Hi guys, I'm Madeline. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with Alpaca. Now today we are gonna do this rim design. That's a design that I've drawn. Let's get started. So of course, first off, we are gonna get rid of the cube. We don't need anymore the light. Maybe the camera is gonna go out. And first things first, I'm gonna bring an reference image. I'm gonna go into car rim, and I've already drawn some kind of a rim design. Let me get it to the point because it's not aligned. 90 and 90. Okay, so it's aligned in the right view. Now we need to get the scale of it right. So I'm gonna bring this first off. I'm gonna change the units to centimeters. That's gonna be better for working. And let me see, rotate on y90 degrees. And for this tire rim, I got it in mind being 22 inches. In centimeters, that's something like 55.88. So that's it. For the depth, for the moment, I'm gonna leave it like that. Now we get the right size for our reference image. So I'm gonna go to settings, front, and check opacity. I'm gonna lower the opacity. And now I need to adjust the size. Okay, so that's just a perfect fit. Let's also have the shortcut UI enabled. Okay, now we don't need anymore this circle. I will bring a circle like that, rotate on y90 degrees, so the radius is gonna be much smaller, and I'm gonna get it right where the cap is, somewhere like here. And I'm gonna go with 35 vertices, so I can take seven faces. You'll see what I mean by it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I invert everything and delete all the faces, now I can bring an empty, and here I can put an array modifier with 0, object offset, and I select for object offset the empty. Now if I rotate it, if I rotate the empty, wrong empty. Okay. Now if I rotate the empty, first on Y 90 degrees, so it's all fine, and then on X, and I need to move it like 72 centimeters. That's fine. That's just perfect. So now if I make 5 copies of it, it's a perfect circle. I'm gonna check merge, but a little smaller, like 0, 1, first and last checked. Let me enable also this. Let's go into the right view. I'm gonna hide the empty, and on filters here I'm gonna check this box, so the reference image is not selectable. Now we can get started. So I'm getting the basic shapes out of it. I select all the vertices from here, and with G stretch, they're gonna be just straight and along those 2 points. So that's just perfect. Maybe I'm gonna move this vert more like that. This G stretch again. That's just perfect. And if I bring six faces, I can make a circle. 4 edges here, 4 here, and 4 here. Now loop tools, edge. This radius is too big. I'm going with something smaller. And for the angle, I'm gonna change a bit the angle here, something like that. I'm gonna also select this, and again circle. Let's check with the radius, it's all fine. I'm gonna rotate it. Now I'm gonna change the positioning a little bit, G, so it's all fine around here. Scale a little bit here, and these faces will be gone. Let's carry on with the modeling. The whole model of the rim is gonna be available on my CG Trader account, and there you will have also the photo reference of this rim design, so you can follow along. I'm gonna select this stretch, so it's all tight. You stretch here, so it's all right, but I'm gonna, let's see with spread. This seems fine. Okay, that's perfect. Now we need to do this edge also. Extrude and Y. Let's see how it looks. Okay, so it's auto merging. It's a little bit tricky here on the edges. This stretch, yep. Okay, so I have this edge here. I'm gonna extrude this edge around here so I can position it. Now this is gonna go around here. Let's check if it's all straight. This stretch, okay, that's just good. Merge at last here, so it's all fine. I'm gonna check again if it's all straight. Just stretch. Let's carry on with this edge, so I'm gonna position it like that, G, extrude, and then I'm just getting the basic idea out of it. That's gonna go here, not like that. Now let's check how straight the lines are. Just stretch, so that's perfect. For this one I can leave it just like that. This edge is gonna need to be straight. Okay, that's perfect, because later on we are gonna move the central part a little bit backwards, so we need this line to be more visible where the plane is changing. Now let me check the geometry here. Okay, now I can take this edge, this stretch. Okay, so it's all fine here. And we also need to make sure that this line is also straight. We need to keep all the lines straight around this geometry. Okay, extrude, and here on the drawing I forgot to make the same thing as here, but I know I need to do it, so I'm gonna just make this kind of shape. Extrude this point here and this point here. Okay, now let's do this shape here. So I'm gonna select this here, so this is gonna be straight aligned on this edge. We have some shapes flowing F, so I'm bringing the face. Let me check the face orientation. It's all fine. Here I need also to do this kind of connection. I can bring a face. Oops, something is messed up. Extrude, and I need to look here. 0 to, and I can go more 4. Okay, so I see not all the shapes are on the same plane, so shift X 0. Problem solved. So now they merge perfectly. Let's check how straight they are. This stretch, okay. Now I need to make this edge perfect. Just perfect. Now I'm gonna extrude this edge. Perfect. When we reach the edge, of the rim here, something like that. Now final part here, we're gonna need to find a way to merge all of these points. I'm gonna bring these edges here, and I can make a face from this. So I got a face out of it for this, or better extrude from here. Merge here, and this one M, merge it last, and this here, merge it last. So all it's fine. Now let's check the edges. They need to be straight, just stretch, so it's fine now. And also a little bit this face is straight, just for the look of it. Maybe something is messed up. Yes, this one has to be merged here. That's better. Just stretch. Let's take a look. Okay, everything seems fine until now. Now we are gonna need to create this edge here, and for this I'm gonna put one more edge loop here and one here, so it's all in a good distribution. Okay, so I'm selecting these edges. That's gonna go here. Maybe move them a little bit like that. Yeah, we are gonna take it to loop tools and just make it a perfect circle. For the moment I'm just getting the idea out of it. So F for face here, so I'm getting a face here. Now I'm gonna select this edge, and I'm gonna put it here. That's here. If I disable, yes, face. Now I'm gonna put 3 edge loops here. I'll move them like that, and here, yes, I need to extrude, and it's gonna, okay, so it's automatically merging perfectly. G merges also here, and 3 edge loops is fine. Now this verts somewhere like that. So for the moment, that's the outline of it. We are gonna need to bring some depth into the rim. Let me take a look. So I make sure everything is flat, and first off, I'm gonna save, because you never know when Blender crashes. And now I can get out of edit mode and apply. So most of the layout is done. Now what I need to do, it's with Alt and left click I can select the whole edge loop around here, and in loop tools, circle. Angle, I guess 0 is gonna be fine. Yes. So now it's a perfect circle, and I'm gonna need to select also these edges, the inner layer of it, and make it a circle, but without regular check, because if you have regular, it's gonna change everything. So we leave them like that with this kind of a distribution. Okay, and the circle around here. Also, maybe I'm gonna go to mesh, clean up, merge by distance, so it's merging all the words. Now here in this area, these are triangles, but we can get rid of that edge, this old edge, and now we have a quad there also. Everything else it's fine. I'm gonna select this here. Let's see if it's a perfect circle. It is. It's still a perfect circle. Okay, now we need to go to faces, and with A, I'm gonna check select all, and I'm gonna extrude. That's gonna be like the first extrusion. Now in the front view, if I click C and keep shift pressed, I can deselect this, and maybe I'm gonna need to deselect also this. Yes, just an idea of it. So, and the last one here, see, shift, okay, and here this is an underlaid. I'm gonna deselect also this area, so extrude, something like that. And now the last extrusion that we are gonna need to do, it's with the spikes. So I'm gonna deselect everything from here. This side needs to be selected, so it's going like that. Perfect. Extrude. Okay, so now it's all fine. We are gonna need to move the central part more inwards. So if I select everything from here, this is gonna be left. So that's everything we need to move. Now let's see how much I move it in. Something like that. This looks good. Okay, I'm gonna select this edge. So this here can be scaled. Let me check the reference. And this is gonna be moved. It's gonna be moved inwards. Now I need to select also this edge. Okay, so now with this edge is selected and anything else staying the same, I'm gonna press S for scale and shift X so it's not scaling on the x-axis, and bring it somewhere like here. Of course I need to rotate it on X so it's all aligned good like that, and I need to do the same thing for here. I forgot to do that. Let's rotate it so this looks good. Now we are gonna need to solve the issue here because the points are going inside. So for this, what I can do is I can scale them. Let me take a look into the orthographic view. Scale without X. I'm gonna change it to 3D cursor, the orientation, so I can rotate them slightly. So now that's a good scale for the inside of it. And I'm gonna need to do this for all of them. Okay. And the last one here to be adjusted. So again, scale and 3D cursor, rotate on X, so that's just good. Let's take a look at the result. Maybe I'm gonna need to adjust also this. Okay, rotate X. Okay, so that's just perfect. Now I can dissolve these edges because we don't need them anymore. Dissolve. Apparently I moved, so I'm gonna make this edge thinner, something like that. I'm gonna get an edge here and one here, and now if I select the whole thing here, shift X, so it's gonna have an edge, a small edge here. Let me check also how circular everything is, and maybe I can regulate it. This has to be perfect. Okay, scale X 0, so now everything is aligned. Let me check the scale. X plus scale, so that's Z 62, 57, 53. Okay, so it's a thick rim. Here I'm gonna get another extrusion, shift X, so let me check. So I'm gonna get a bevel around here, and here on the inside, Control R, something like that. So that's the shape. Now maybe I'm gonna select this and make something out of it. So I'm gonna push a little bit this thing, and here I'm gonna get it more inside. So now last thing that we are gonna need to do for this mesh before we are gonna subdivide it and get the edge loops, it's to get this kind of a slope also here where the connection is made. So I'm gonna disable for the moment the subdivide modifier, and as you can see, this is straight, but we need to get it in some way like the slope. So I'm gonna select these edges. So these edges are gonna go GX, are gonna be somewhere like here, and of course here again I'm guessing I'm leaving them like that. So let's take a look. Now we are gonna use again a lot of G stretch. So G stretch, edge, G stretch. Okay, so that's the stretch needed here. Hopefully they didn't move too much. Okay, this looks pretty good. Now here I'm gonna need to adjust the slope, which is stretch. Okay, so now it's having a good shape. So that's a better shape. So I'm gonna do this for every spike, and I'm gonna come back. Okay, so I got back with the even model of the spikes. So now what we can do is maybe to make another small detail. I'm gonna extrude this as the back of the cap. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm not gonna add too much detail on it. So now we need to subdivide all this thing to shade smooth, and if we subdivide it just like that, that's the result. Let me, you know what, I'm gonna leave it like that for the moment. Shade flat. And now we need to bring the creases, make them more visible. So every crease needs to be, every spike needs to be visible. Now this way, and we need also to make it like that. The easiest part first off is gonna be to add here the edge loops. So I'm gonna add one here and one here, just like that. This is gonna be like that, and also for this we need edge loops. It's a tedious process with all of these spikes. You have to make sure you get the shape for every one of them, but it's so high rewarding. Make a cut here, also here, and on this side I have. For this one, now I can go with some edge loops here. I have here, I miss on this part. Here I have them. Okay, for this, yes I have. No, I don't have. Let's take a look so we can see what we missed. As I can see here, I am missing the point, and in the back of it also. Bam! And that's perfect. I got the hang of it. So every edge is good. Now we need to bring the spikes to shape, and then I need to add edge loops. Here maybe not. I don't really need them, but here in the smaller section I'm gonna need, and I'm gonna put them like that. One is loop here, one here, and here. It's more defined a little bit. Let's take a look. Okay, so I missed the inside of the triangle. So that's the part I missed everywhere because I didn't put anything here. So let me solve the issue also here. That's spot, and fifth here. That's perfect. That's also solved now. Now if I select this edge loop, I can go more closer, just like that, just too far away. And now for this, I'm gonna go with something like that. Here I need an edge, and also here, let's take a look. That's perfect. So here if I bring an edge loop, Yes, it's not gonna be visible because it's even. Maybe I will leave it without the edge loop, just like that. So it's flowing. Now here I'm gonna need one just for this. So again I need to do that for every spike. One here. Okay, that's perfect. And exit here. So we take the spikes one by one, and you say we are gonna be sure that we didn't miss any. Just a little bit more and I'll be finished with the edge loops. There are so many edges to put the support on, but as you can see it looks so good when it's having all the necessary edge loops. It's just on that level of finesse. Let's continue. Okay, so we have 2 more spikes to do. That's just perfect. Okay, so I guess I have all of the necessary edges. I'm gonna put one here so this place is gonna be more visible, and also here. So for this edges, what I think I can do, it's maybe selecting them all, Ctrl B, and I'm gonna make them like that. Now they have a perfect crease here. Okay, not here. The wrong edge loop. The report it's so laggy when I have this divide modifier. I don't even know how many birds I have. 100,000 faces. Yeah, that's something. Now that's something. Okay, let's carry on with the edge loops. So the final edge loops will be here. Now let's take a look to the subdivided mesh. This looks just perfect to me. One final look. So I have everything in place. So in this edge here it's fine. That's the model, and now I'm gonna save. First off, save. And now I need to add some materials because for this one also the edges are black and the outer layer of it's just metallic. So let's do the same here. Save. I'm gonna go into shading and let me make those cycles. But for the moment I'm gonna leave the viewport like that, and let's get a material. This one is gonna be all the way black, not black, but something like that. Roughness 0.1 and metallic, of course, 100% metallic. So that's metal black. And of course we are gonna need another material slot. I'm gonna select metal black again. So I'm just gonna copy it, and that's a simple metal. This is gonna be all the way white. And now let's do a selection. Maybe if I do this kind of selection, it's gonna work. And let's see what it's selecting and what it's not. Oh, this edge select and blah 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 blah. I need some more coffee. Okay, face selection, and I'm gonna need to adjust them, but for the moment I'm gonna leave them like that. So going into materials, assign. Now I have to check what I do need to keep black. Of course this is gonna be black. It's also, I can select that, the whole range here, and assign. This doesn't need to be black. I can't even understand how it selected this edge, but not this one. And maybe this one is gonna be black. And here, metal black, assign. Okay, so now it's starting to get the shape. Metal black again. It changed my language. Okay, so the thing is here. I guess that's the last part. width, you can select this whole sign. Let's check. Okay, everything is good. Now for the rest of the mesh, it's gonna be in the simple metal. Now it's selected also this facing somehow and metal, and here I'm gonna have the black layout, and this here is gonna be also black. And this shape here, this little triangle, little black. Okay, so third one. Here we go. That was the last one. And the same black. Now let's take a look into what we get. Cool mesh. This is just perfect. I like how I got it. I guess it's even better than the first. Let me put on HDRI. So let's take a look at it with the HDRI, but maybe I'm gonna change the coordinates of it so we can see better. So that's our tire. Let's go into object. Maybe we can adjust a little bit more the material, like the roughness here, maybe a little bit dropped, and for the black metal, I guess I'm gonna go with a fully rough material and with clear coat. Yeah, check this out. That's so cool. I like the output of it. I hope you enjoyed the video, you learned something new. This model is gonna be available on my CD Trader account. I will leave a link down into the description, so you'll have the model available and all the photo reference, the image that I just draw with the model of the spikes is gonna also be available in that file, so you can follow up. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment. It's free. Thank you. Bye.